Hey guys, Wolfie here with a special presentation for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amiya Global for the 30th of April 2020. I'm going to be looking into the exchange goodies involved in the This May Be Gigantic event that's going on from yesterday, the 29th of April at 8 a.m. UTC until the 1st of June 2020. That is it ends at 7:59 a.m. UTC. For those of you in the Central Daylight Time Zone like I am, that's going to be the 3 a.m. on the 29th of April 2020 until the 1st of June 2020 at 2:59 a.m. Again, that's Central Daylight Time Zone I just mentioned. So we're going to go into like what's available to go in to pick up on the with the tokens at the This May Be Gigantic exchange, and figure out like the projected number of tokens and where people are probably going to be going after and why. With these types of videos, it is my opinion only. I will also include the fact that in the panel mission aspect, that in relation to This May Be Gigantic, they did not word it. They mentioned it in the in-game news. I'll bring it up briefly that the wording in the panel missions in accordance to the tokens and then the event itself, they did not specify that it was supposed to be co-op, so I'll go over that once we get into the in-game news section of the game. And another thing I will also add, I'll probably add where I might be going, because it's like as of right now, it's 2 for 2. I just got the 4 tokens for the month of April section of the event, so I have no idea where I'm going to be doing with them. But we're going to take a look and see. I'm going to just show you where I might be going and why. And with that, I'll meet you guys back at the home screen. Okay, I am back. I decided, you know what, not just go into the home screen, but bring you the information that I mentioned earlier. It is stated here clearly. This is inside the in-game news. So, it says here, the text for the Mayfair panel mission clarified This May Be Gigantic quest. Not clearly specifying the requirement is said quest in co-op. The issue is only textual. The quest being correctly counted towards the panel mission. So, if you were to clear this as solo, you're not getting credit for it. So, you have to do this in the co-op style. So, we're going to go into the information for This May Be Gigantic. You can do this solo, but if you want to go into the panel missions on the side, and that's a part of this, you actually have to do it in co-op in order to get credit for the panel mission. So it says here, you do this once a day, you get 2 gold tokens. So it says right here, so I say there's about 5 more days where you actually do this. You also get 8 draw tickets, and the 8 draw tickets for the 7 days, which is the 29th, which was yesterday, today being the 30th. You have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Those are the final 5 days where you can get the 8 draw tickets per day, which is a grand total of 56 there. So we're going to go into the token exchange details. So I'm only going to go off the numbers on the right because that's the limit. And I will add in what groups some of these come in if applicable. So for the exchange here, we have 20 of the red nuggets for the red ingots, 20 of the blue nuggets to make 1 blue ingot. So 20 red nuggets or 20 blue nuggets equals either 1 red ingot or 1 blue ingot. So a little FYI. 8 power stones. This comes in groups of 2. 50 weapon tokens. This comes in groups of 5. 50 armor tokens. This comes in groups of 5. 3 bloom tokens. Sorry. This also we have 180 blue fragments. This comes in groups of 20. 600 high crystals in each color. Each color will have this in groups of 50. 1,200 of the high shards in each color. Each color will be coming out in groups of 100. 20 draw tickets. 100 stamina points potions in groups of 5. And we have an unlimited supply of EX Power Orbs in groups of 10, EX Guard Orbs in groups of 10, and Chocobo Tail Feathers in groups of 5. So we do know what's available, and they did mention this, if my memory serves me correctly here. They did say that we're not going to get everything, so it's a matter of where does one stand, what should be prioritized. So in this upcoming section I'm just going to go off with where the recommendations will be and my reasoning for the such. So we're going to go into this maybe gigantic token exchange. I am 2 out of 2 for the event thus far. I am not going to be using these tokens right away because the thing is, for me, it is a very hard decision because it says you're only going to get about 66 tokens altogether, because you have 2 from yesterday, 2 from today. Then you have 31 days in May, so that's 31 times 2 is 62. 62 plus 4 is 66. So, with that bit out of the way, how much does each item cost? Now we have here the number that's right by the token icon. That's the cost per quote-unquote transaction. Now I'm going to show you my history here. I haven't spent any of it yet. I won't be for a while because, oddly for me, I'm in one of those situations like I really have to think about where I want to spend them. And you got to use these wisely because your situation will very much differ than mine. So, we're going to take a quick look here, with this is in the sense of the cost. So, I'm just going to, be quiet for a little bit so that way we can take a look at what's available, how much it costs, so on and so forth. Okay, so now I'm back. Like I said, I took a brief pause, from speaking, so that way we can scroll in, take a screenshot, if applicable. So, where should the priorities be? So, for me, the way I like to do stuff like this is where I know the item is very hard to get in the game. That's kind of like a key priority. However, some people might be on a good stash in certain areas. So, is keeping all of that in mind. So for recommended, areas, and again, this is because my reasoning with these are the hardest items to get in the game. So when it comes down to stuff like the nuggets, either red or blue, these I definitely recommend. Another area I'm going to be recommending is going to be the weapon tokens, because outside the daily login bonuses, which is 9 per month on a regular basis, or should I say 9 per month via the daily logins in most circumstances, you only get roughly 2 in the panel missions per month. So you don't get that many. It's going to be quite a bit of time to get what you truly want. So this is where a recommended angle I would go with is with the weapon tokens, because you don't have that many unless you're a whale. So another area I definitely will be recommending, it's a recommended path, is the Power Stones. You don't get that many unless you're pulling on every banner. And we do get one of these per week via the City of Points exchange. And then there's also, I think nowadays, in recent months, we've been getting 1 Power Stone a month. So, that's that on that. But I do recommend this, especially if you're free to play, for the reason being that these are not the easiest items to get, but you never know. Now, with armor tokens, this is another recommendation towards yes, because honestly, you're talking about the 90 CP armors. If you want to get these any 90 CP armor realized, regardless if it's a meta character or your favorite, you're looking at 80 armor tokens to MLB it in order to get one copy of a 90 CP armor. You need to get the passive from the 35 CP armor first. Now, we're going to go look at the bloom token and the bloom fragments. I bring these two in at the same time because if you're going after one, you got to get the other. Meaning that if you go after the bloom fragments, you need the bloom tokens. So these two I will recommend, and like I said, but if you get one, you need the other. And that's pretty as simple as that. Now regarding the high crystals and high shards, these I will not recommend. And the reason why I am not recommending these is that we have plenty of ways to get these in the game. So with the red something like the high red crystals or the high red shards, any color I definitely will not recommend. We have plenty of ways to go after these in the game at this point on Global. So with the high crystals, high shards, that's a definite no for me. Now with the draw tickets, this will depend on your resources. Meaning that if you have plenty of tickets, definitely do not go after the draw tickets. However, if you're running dangerously low, this is where I will say yes. Now myself and I personally, I might go after a few of these, but it will depend on my overall resources towards the end of May. So for me personally, tickets right now is going to be a bit of a question mark. But you never know. Now, stamina points potions. Now, this is an iffy. The reason why I say this is an iffy instead of recommended or not recommended is because of individual in-game rank. If your in-game rank is quite high and you are around to get that one-time bonus of stamina points potions, which is equal to the rank at that time, this is actually going to be a not recommended item. However, if you're a newer player, I would say yes to this. Because that way, you don't have to worry about doing like stuff in the world of illusions, and you don't have to worry about running out of potions. That way. Now we got the unlimited badge to look at. The power orbs, either guard or power or guard, as well as the chocobo tail feathers. I definitely will recommend these, if and only if it's something you can afford after everything else. And the reason why that is with the power orbs, these are kind of tricky to get in the game. Same thing can be said with the guard orbs. So this is one of those that's like, it really depends on your stash. But I definitely will recommend this if you have spares left over. Blech. Chocobo tail feathers. I definitely will recommend this, provided that you need some and you want to get gems via the in-game rank. The way to gain in-game rank is 10 character levels, so that's that on that. Now, we're going to get into what I'm probably going to be doing. Now, like I said, I won't be spending the tokens right away, because right now, I honestly don't know which direction I'm going to go. Now, personally for me, I might go after some of the weapon tokens. However, you're looking at the 10 that's in stock, which means I get all 50 weapon tokens. If I were to get these at the end of May, I will practically be out. That means I will have to be forced to spend the remaining tokens on stuff like either whatever draw tickets or the chocobo tail feathers. So it's a bit of like, I don't know if I'm going to go there. Now, another thing I'm unsure about is the armor tokens, because I am pay to play, but I'll be honest here, I have ways to help farm up the armor tokens. I do have some stuff in the main story, as well as the lost chapters. I have plenty of ways to go after those armor tokens in that regard, so this is something I might be skipping for that reason alone. Because I do have some stuff in hard mode on the main story, which is Act 2's Chapter 6, 7, and 8. So I know I have those chaos missions still to complete in hard mode. And I know I have some stuff in Act 2, Chapter 8 in hard mode I still have yet to get to. I have a bunch of stuff in the lost chapters in hard mode still to complete. So, like I said, I don't have that much to complete that way. So there. Now, I definitely won't be going after the nuggets, because I have yet to go into the Dimension's End, and that's because of my work schedule. So it's one of those, like, I need my job more than going through the game. So those are those are 3 areas. I'm definitely not gonna go after the armor tokens and the nuggets, because like I said, I still have stuff I've yet to complete. It's due to my work schedule being kind of chaotic at the moment. So that's it on that. So the power stones I might be going after, but again, I just really don't know at this moment in time. So if I do go after the power stones, I might as well spend 20 of the remaining tokens on the draw tickets themselves. And then the remainder from that, probably the Chocobo tail feathers. That's if I go that route. Now, the weapon tokens, I might be going after these, but I do not know at this time. So which leaves to the bloom stones and the bloom fragments. I might be going after these because, again, if you go after the bloom stones, if you go after the bloom tokens, you might as well go after the bloom fragments. And that's 40, that's 60, there's 60 tokens altogether. Then I have my remaining 6. I'm probably going to just go after the Chocobo tail feathers. Now, the reason why I may or may not be going after the draw tickets is because of Ultimate Deal Bolos that's coming up later on in May. And by that, early mid-May. So that's probably going to be a no-go for me unless I have extra resources remaining. So with stamina points potions, that's a definite no for me. You see the number of those I have on the screen. No way. I'm not doing it. So there you have it, folks. So to recap, anything that's really hard to get in the game, that's the recommended path I would go after. And for my personal picks, I do not know yet. I probably won't be making a decision until close to the end of May. But if I were to pick it, and let's pretend this is the end of May, I'm probably going to be going after the bloom tokens, the bloom fragments, as well as the Chocobo tail feathers. So that's probably the path I'm probably going to be taking, but I don't know as of yet. It's a bit of a wait and see, and if there's any additional tokens that come along the way, then I could probably make a better choice from there. So with that, I'll be signing off for now, and I will catch you all on the flip side.